Rangers made it 3 wins from 3 as they defeated Ross County at Victoria Park on Friday night to send the Rangers fans away happy for Christmas. In today's video, we'll discuss the 5 things we learned from the narrow 1-0 victory, but also provide you with a twist regarding a Rangers midfielder and take a look at what positions Chris Boyd feels Rangers needs to address in the summer. There is so much to cover in today's video. And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. Before we get into today's video, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Rangers hero Chris Boyd feels the club needs to address the goalkeeping position in the summer. The former Ibrox striker made the comment after the Light Blues 1-0 victory away to Ross County. John McLaughlin started between the sticks for the Scottish Cup holders after Alan McGregor was ruled out due to illness. Despite the Englishman keeping a clean sheet in the match, Boyd feels that Jers boss Michael Beale will have to do something about the position sooner or later. Speaking on Sky Sports, he said, "I look at the goalkeeping situation at Rangers and it is another one where Alan McGregor plays and all the fans seem to be moaning, saying get John McLaughlin in. John McLaughlin then plays and everybody says get McGregor in. It's a difficult one and there is no getting away from it, but Alan has been fantastic goalkeeper and is approaching 41. I think McLaughlin is 35 as well, and you have Robbie McCrory as well, who is getting to the stage now where he needs to be playing football. I know Michael Beale has spoken about how it's not an area that he needs to worry about at this moment in time. I have to disagree with that. McGregor can't go on forever, McLaughlin is 35, and can you say you are going to build for the future under him?" The former Scotland international went on to explain that bringing in a new goalkeeper will help the Ibrox boss develop the project he is undertaking. He said, "Let's be honest, Michael Beale is going to be here for a long time and is going to want to build. It is not doing any disservice to McLaughlin as he has been a good goalkeeper, but is he going to be a Rangers number 1? For me personally, it's an area Rangers have to address in the summer." Whilst the goalkeeping position might be up in the air at the moment, Scott Arfield could be set for a short contract extension after Michael Beale spoke highly of him. The 34-year-old midfielder was the man at the moment this week when his late double downed Aberdeen in injury time to secure a famous 3-2 Rangers victory in Pittodrie. Those goals have the potential to kickstart a change in momentum at Ibrox, with the team down to the bare bones and lack of confidence in recent weeks. Speaking after Scott Arfield scored that double, Rangers manager Michael Beale has praised the Ibrox midfielder and stopping short of promising the player a new deal. He suggested it is in the hands of Scott Arfield with his current deal ticking down ahead of the summer. He said, "Scotty firstly is a player that will probably come back to Rangers in the future anyway, because I think Scott Arfield is someone, his second career, wherever he goes down the coaching route, he's someone we want to keep close to the club. Firstly, he's an outstanding person, super optimistic, with that lovely bright face and everything about him is super positive. Scotty is someone I loved working with before. He's been frustrated as he took the frustration out in the right way the other day. Could have scored 4. I think if we hadn't won the game, we'd be sitting here saying, oh, that miss from Alfredo in the first half and those 2 big misses from Scotty. Listen, he's chomping at the bit to go on. He knows I trust him. He knows in this building right now he's super important to me and the rest of the squad. What will happen in the future? Let's see. I think just draw a line under the thing with the contract. His form is going to play a big part. Health and form are going to play a big part in the decisions we make between now and the end of the season, and also what we can do in the market and who's available." As we mentioned in the intro, Rangers made it 3 wins from 3 as they beat Ross County 1-0 and even claimed a clean sheet this time after back-to-back 5-goal thrillers against Hibernian and Aberdeen. John Lundstrom scored the only goal of the game in the first half with a well-taken strike. Whilst there is a lot of improvements to be made, getting that winning feeling back again is the most important thing at this time. In this part of the video, we're going to discuss the 5 things we learned from Ross County 0, Rangers 1. A clean sheet. What feels like the first time in ages, Rangers actually managed to keep a clean sheet, and I feel it is no surprise that it is because the key players are returning, with Goldson and Ben Davies starting together for the first time since Liverpool back in October. On paper, it is the strongest and most experienced centre-half partnership that Beale has available to him. Aside from the Harmon chance that McLaughlin dealt with, Rangers never looked like conceding during the 90 minutes. Keeping a clean sheet was encouraging for Davies and Goldson and for the manager. Devine impresses again. Adam Devine is the teenage left-back who has been starting for Rangers due to the absences of Borna Barisic and Ridvan Yilmaz, caused the county defence all kinds of problems in the first half. The Rangers Youth Academy graduate was sent racing down his flank on several occasions by penetrating long balls forward from Davies and Galton. He exploited the spaces in which Ross County left when he pushed upfield effectively. The kid was one of Rangers' brightest performers. He is doing his chances of being involved with Barisic and Yilmaz's return no harm at all with his mature displays. Lundstrom confidence booster. The English midfielder became a darling of the Rangers support last season during their run to the Europa League final. But this season he has, along with a fair few of his teammates, struggled to hit the same heights both home and abroad. The former Sheffield United man was given acres of space and loads of time to get his shot away by the county defence. Still, it was a fine strike, bagging his 5th goal of the campaign, and this will give him a much-needed lift. McLaughlin got his chance. McLaughlin played for the first time since being dropped after back-to-back 4-0 losses to Celtic and Ajax Amsterdam. McGregor wasn't dropped, but was absent due to him being ill by the sickness bug that swept through the squad. McLaughlin, though, as many of you already know, doesn't really impress me, nor do I think he should be Rangers number 1. He did superbly to keep Rangers on level terms in the first half when he kept a George Harmon header out with his leg. That save proved to be vital. It allowed his side to take the lead through Lundstrom and will have given his confidence levels a much needed lift. McGregor is likely to reclaim his place when he regains full fitness, but it's always good for your deputy to be ready when called upon, and on Friday night, John was. Still work to do. It's only Beale's 3rd game in charge, but already he's building up confidence and getting wins on the board. Whilst this team is not the finished article, I do think there are positives and things are looking up, but as I keep on saying, there is still more work to do, which will come in due course. Rangers manager Michael Beale has responded to fitness fears surrounding Borna Barisic after the defender suggested he was exhausted after the World Cup. The Ibrox boss was speaking after the 30-year-old left-back Borna joined Croatia's squad for the tournament in Qatar and helped his country finishing 3rd in the Middle East. But despite being a part of the squad, Barisic only played 1 game, with the defender playing the entire match when Croatia ran out penalty kick winners after a 1-1 draw with Japan. Nonetheless, while speaking on a trip back to Osijek after the tournament, Barisic claimed that he was mentally and physically exhausted from it all and said, "I wore myself out to the maximum, both physically and mentally. Honestly, the tournament was very stressful. Japan was the worst for me because I played, and of course it went to penalties too." Bill then said, "Listen, I think we can take a look at the comments because obviously he only played in the 1 game, but he has been training non-stop in that period as well. There's a big burden when you play for your country and when you're traveling, the emotion inside the camp and getting into the semi-final and losing. So I think you've got to put that all in. I wanted to give him a few days afterwards because there was a couple of things back home, commitments for the whole squad that they had to go to. He had a commitment with the full national team and had a commitment with the full national team in his hometown as well, which is important. I don't take that away from him. He's an expectant father as well. His fiancée is expecting, so there's a lot of things in the background. So we're going to have him back in a couple of days. He'll be back here for Boxing Day and ready to play Motherwell on the 28th if selected. There's a young Scottish fullback doing quite well at the moment in our team, so let's not kick him out of the team before he deserves to lose his shirt." Rangers fans, what did you make of the 1-0 win to Ross County? And do you believe Scott Arfield should get a new contract? Let me know your thoughts down there in the comment section below. That brings us to the end of today's video. Please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. Thank you, and I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace.